really the real credits. These are really the credits to the movie right here. What's up, Chad? This is Tom. What's up, Stellas? How you doing? It's time for the stretch. It's time to stretch. Whew. Never mind, bye. See you later, Stell. Oh, man. Oh, see you later, see you later. It's hot in here right now. Ooh, it's time to stretch, Chad. Ooh, it's time to stretch. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well, actually, we'll do this with the camera real quick. One second. There we go. Get my other phone out of my pocket. So I'll be pressing buttons in my pocket without knowing it. It's time to stretch, chat. I got a question. Do y'all stretch? And when I ask y'all, do y'all stretch? Ooh. Hey, when I ask y'all do y'all stretch, chat, my main question is, like when you stretch, are you like are you like letting go? Stretching is like a time to let go. For real. You let your body relax on its own. It's like a time to like go through and appreciate the work you put in to be sore. And then to let your body relax. You know? What's up, Ash? I cannot read that name from here. But what's up to the chat? Am I late this time? No, you're right on time. Oof. You know, because sometimes you gotta stretch your brain. Or stretch, like, muscles you can't see. You know? Or like your eyeballs. Or like your eyeballs, you know? Or your feet. Oh. You know, I wanted to talk more, but just keep on going. What's up with y'all? What's up, Niche? What's up, Zor? I'm stretching, and I'm letting go. Meditating, stretching, letting go. You know, getting ready for the new week. Set myself up for the new week. For sure I'm good. This is like, I think of it as like a healthy way to start my week. Everything that I had from last week, or anything I held on from last week, I let it go before I start my new week. You know? Oof. And I like work my way through my body. Bet, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna leave the gym. You know, I go through my body and I check. Just go inside and I check. And not really. It's like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's, ooh, I got dry sweat on my face. And it's itchy. I got dry sweat on my face and it's itchy. You know, in the quietness, really like the time that I spend with myself, you know, sets me up for where I want to be. But, you know, I talk about this a lot on the channel, but I don't really do it on the channel. So I was like, gotta put my money where my mouth is. Gotta put my money where my mouth is, you know? You know, when you stretch like that, right? You can like, when you breathe, you can hear little things like cracking, but it's not like your bones. But they're like dissolving. It's like little things that are like dissolving. It's all good. Also, I stretch for full range of motion because stretching is good for you, you feel me? For full range of motion. But there was this thing that I heard about a long time ago. I don't remember where I heard it from, but it was like people from other countries make fun of how people in the U.S. stretch, that they only stretch for their body, right? But there's like other reasons to stretch, right? And then I started stretching outside. That's kind of how I started. Kind of started stretching outside with my boy Eli. That was when Eli was the only child. And you can just kind of feel things leaving your body that don't belong. It like helps me let go of pain easier or traumatic events. And kind of like let the love from the inside come up. It's kind of how I think of it. I let the love from that's already inside of me come up and just love on myself. It kind of like takes care of everything for me. But I have to let it. And that's really what the stretching is about. I have to let it. Like I have to let it do what it's supposed to do. Instead of, you know, when we worked out earlier, we were talking about controlling, like the running aspect of it, but there's control in different aspects, right? In this portion of my life, this is where I let it, you know, I let it be taken care of. But it comes from inside, you know? I don't really know how to explain it. I just know what it is. No problem, bro. I'm gonna have a shower too soon. I'm covered in salt from this sweat right now, you know? When I first started doing this, right, Chad, it's kind of like a combination of a light and a feeling, right? like a combination of a light and a feeling. But it's like the one from inside. Go. And I thought I had to like tell it where to go. That was something that I had to move on past. I thought I had to tell it where to go, but I don't. It's like it's intelligent. It's like it already knows where to go. It's like intelligent already by itself. So it goes where it needs to go. But I felt like I still had to have some sense of control. At first, definitely. And then I kind of learned after a while that it wasn't my control that was doing everything. It was like my kind of like my intention though. So like before I would start, I would know what I wanted. And it's like that light feeling would know what to do. I don't want to call it a light feeling. I'm just not sure what to call it. I guess I would just call it God. Whenever I think something is helping me, whenever something is helping me, I just consider it God. You know? Yeah. So that's what I'll say. That's what I'll call it. That's probably what it is anyways. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna get quiet for a little while. Ooh. I'm gonna spit. It's been a really good stretch, Shaq. It's been a really good stretch. So, you know, um, I, I found the next. I know now. That's it. I know now. That's it. That's funny. I know now. I know now. You know, I was, I guess, to talk about what I learned from the day stretch, Jack. Um, I was too far to the right. Right? I was overcompensating on the right. Right? I had a lack of trust for the other side. Um, so that means it was like an overbearing parent, kind of. And I didn't have any balance for real. I was lacking a little balance. Did I break my right leg? Nah, I'm cool, bro. 'Cause I just had to, there's a little more balance that was necessary. And I can tell, I can tell for the most part when I start looking only out of my right eye. You know? I can tell when I start looking only out of my right eye. I mean, that makes a lot, I just know now. I just know now. That little, that a lot of tension that was right here in my head. That's why stretching is such a good thing to do. I was overtaxing the right side. The right side was like, bro, I need a break. It's like, bro, I need a break. You wear me out, bro. Pause. That's funny. But it also didn't mean to like start to overtax the other side either. this was amazing today. Man, this is really thought. That's pretty funny. That felt good though. That felt releasing. That felt relieving. This was a blessing. This was a blessing. This kept coming across my mind and coming here to do this. This kept coming across my mind and coming here to do this. And then I was like, I wasn't going to do it. And then, like my foot was like, I was in the gym shooting the basketball. After I had done the workout. Glad I came here. Glad I came here. Not gonna lie, I haven't done this as much as I should. I should have been doing this lately. Ooh, procrastination. Oh, hey, bro. Sorry, bro. I didn't see chat. It's all good, Zor. Well, how you feel? What you mean? What you mean, Skid? What you mean, Skid? I mean, I feel like we all kind of do that every once in a while. Let's reframe it then. If you're still in here, you still in the chat, bro? You still in chat, bro? I wanna say this to you specifically. Procrastinating studying? Okay, so let's reframe procrastination then. We talked about reframing. Dang, man, not. Oh man, I'm about to stop it, bro. I'm trying to talk. Okay, so let's reframe, right? So we talked about reframing before, right? So reframing things, right? And this is something I want you to do. Check out the montage in free for you, for sure. I for sure will. But let's reframe, okay? So procrastination, right? So procrastination, if you use that word, can come off as something ugly, right? But maybe you're bored, right? Maybe you're bored. Maybe you need to make it more enjoyable for yourself. So what can you do to make it a little more enjoyable? Because you don't want to do it because it seems like something that's maybe not something you want to do right now. You know? Maybe that's something you want to do right now, right? So you're bored of it. You don't want to do it because you're bored. So how can you make it more enjoyable and more fun? How can you make it more fun? You know? How can you make it more fun? You know? What can you do with studying to make studying more fun for yourself? How can you enjoy studying a little more? So let's reframe that. Let's reframe it from procrastination to, I'm just kind of bored, right? Because let's be honest, you're just kind of bored. That's all it is, you're just kind of bored. You want to do something else that's a little more exciting, or that you perceive to be a little more exciting, right? So what about the other thing that you end up doing is more exciting than you studying? How can you make you studying more exciting the way you want to do the other stuff that seems to be more exciting? Ooh, that felt good to my feet. I'm not gonna lie. I used to freestyle when I was studying all the time for my certs, right? I would freestyle like my study notes. I would come up with freestyles for my different notes or my different study materials. So I would throw in a beat in the background and I would freestyle all my study materials and I would rap it. And then when I was taking my test, hey, don't even look at me crazy after this. When I was taking my test, bro, the freestyles would pop into my mind and I started rapping. The beat started playing in my head, I started rapping. I'd be like, oh, I know the answer. I'd be like, oh, I know the answer now. But yeah, how can you make it more fun, bro? How can you make it more enjoyable than what it currently is right now? You know? I just told you what I would do. I would freestyle the notes. I would turn on the beat, start freestyling. It'd be the worst freestyles ever. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm trying to make IT terms flow together in a freestyle. You feel me? But it's pretty funny though. So how can you make it a little more fun? How can you make it a little more enjoyable? Things do get boring. I ain't gonna lie. Things definitely do get boring. But it's up to you to make it a little more fun. That's the only thing you don't stretch. You stretch your brain. I'm not talking about like studying and stuff, but like you be like, oh yeah, my brain need to be stretched. Sometimes I need to stretch my brain. Yeah, I know, I feel you. But I'm just telling you, if you gotta reframe procrastination, right? You're just bored, right? And you don't feel like you need to do it, right? I feel you on that, because I told you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I never was a studier. I was never a studier, you know? I just kind of get it, you know? I would just like listen to the teacher talk, and then I would do it, and that would be all it was. So I understand the whole not wanting to study stuff because you don't have to study, right? But if you're worried about procrastinating different things, right, then the things that you're procrastinating about you're probably bored of doing. You know, you're probably bored of doing those things. It's more than likely you're bored of doing those things. And you think something else is more worth your time. Or you'd rather just do nothing. You feel me? So, make those things more fun. If you're worried about having a procrastination habit, reframe procrastination. You have to reframe it into something else. Don't create unnecessary worries, because worries don't do anything. They don't push you forward. Worries don't push you forward. They just create anxiety. They just create anxiety that you don't know how to explain. Now, a lot of people use their anxiety to push them forward, but that doesn't mean that anxiety pushes you forward. That's not what that means, you know? I do know a lot of people who use anxiety to push them forward, though, definitely. I for sure do know a lot of people, but they never know how to explain, why they go after things. And then it never feels rewarding if you're led by anxiety all the time. Because you're just worried about finishing. You miss the whole thing. You miss everything else. You found the infinite money glitch? No, let me know. Put me on, brother. Put me on. PMO. Put me on, bro. No, you didn't tell me. See, you probably got other interests right now. It's not procrastination, bro. You have other interests right now.